أصغي لصوت المطر أفكر ما الذي حصل لحالي طوال سنوات مثل أناس كثر يضيع مني العمر ولا أبالي قد سئمت من التفكير قد حان وقت التغيير قد طال شوقي لغد لي مبتسم لنغني ما أجمل الحياة فكل شيء يحيا بالأمل فلننسى ما فات ونبني لنا مستقبلا أفضل إلى متى سوف أظل تائها أنأى شيئا فشيئا عن حلمي لا لن أبقى هكذا مكبل اليدين فأنا أحس بالحنين لنفسي لا لا يأس بعد الآن لا تقل فات الأوان فليكن يومك أحلى مما كان لنغني ما أجمل الحياة فكل شيء يحيا بالأمل فلننسى ما فات ونبني لنا مستقبلا أفضل ليس هناك مستحيل عندك حلم جميل املأ قلبك باليقين وامضي لنغني ما أجمل الحياة فكل شيء يحيا بالأمل فلننسى ما فات ونبني لنا مستقبلا أفضل
Hello, 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 hello. Okay. Yes, this is working. Hello, we're here. We're here. We're fine. We're here. Finally. That is we're here finally, and we're here finally, and we're here finally. Connectivity problems immediately. Always so fun to have. That was Blinding Lights Arabic version. version by Vicus Music, because we're feeling the Zomentum, baby. It doesn't matter where you are, because New York City is the New York City of America. And we are all New Yorkers tonight. We got sleeves. Whoa, we got so many sleeves. Look at these. See? Wow, amazing stuff happening here. You know what? Should never make promises. I should never say, like, see you tomorrow, because I never do. You know what I mean? Let me finish making these posts. Oh, we posted that one. Red shoes. This is the GIF we're choosing. Here, let's do this one on this one. There we go. Okay, so we've done it. I have done it. We are so last time we ended off with some bad connectivity problems, and only poetic that we started with bad connectivity problems today also, but you know what? We're here and we still have somehow made it, right? So let us begin. Welcome back. Welcome back, everybody. Big news happened, of course. Big blowout elections all across the country. Most importantly, of course, being Zoran Mamdani winning the NYC mayoral election. There was also gubernatorial elections in Virginia, New Jersey, Prop 50 in California. There's been a ton of good wins too. Of course, it spells bad for the fascists in power. We're getting through it. Fascism, that is. It's almost like people don't like that. You know. Fascism. And also, of course, Halloween continues. The horrors persist, and yet so do I. As we turn on a little bit more Halloweeny music, here is the cozy Halloween nook. Let's see. There we go. There's that. But so last Tuesday, of course, Tuesday, election day, we ended on bad connectivity problems. And just got too happy, cried a lot. Crying too much for a district I don't even live in. GG's to NYC. New York City is the New York City of America. You're living it up for all of us. How's your day going, Shane? And we unfortunately have no, that will be the second point. But of course, you know, there's also plenty of sweeping winds all over the country. In like, even when it comes down to just like school boards and school districts swinging very hard into the Democratic Party. Does that mean that everybody loves moderate Democrats? No, that just means that that's how much we hate Republicans. Because everybody does just hate Republicans. That's all. That's as long as Republicans have been the party of things don't improve, don't ask for them to improve ever. You will continue to pay more taxes than billionaires. We will create more and more billionaires, and they will take more and more of your money, and you will not be able to complain about it. As long as that's been the Republican stance, that's been... People have hated them for that. Because it's a very detestable stance to have. Maybe don't have that, and people won't hate you. It's very easy calculus, actually. But, cried a little bit too much on election night. Zoran had just an amazing speech. And that really got me. So I wanted to stay up late. I stayed up late hope scrolling, which is better than staying up late doom scrolling, I guess. And that's why streaming yesterday didn't happen. Cause when I wake up late, I gotta tell you. So I started working out, right? And when people start working out, the only thing they ever want to do is tell you about their schedule, right? Oh shit, I just realized you weren't at the MC meeting Sunday. I've been so busy this week and I forgot to tell you we're meeting at the normal time today? Today? Today's Thursday. Oh, we're having oh, so we're just having a meeting today? That's perfectly fine. I will just end stream and then get into there, you know. I might have to go get some food in between then at some point, but I'll be there. That'll be fun. Oh, wait, no, wait. I'm now tracking all of my cries. Oh yes, actually, because I started my period, in a big, okay. Sometimes when you are emotionally unregulated, being a person who menstruates, you know, crazy, insane, hysterical even, you are sometimes able, it's only afterwards that you start to like track how your cries happen to you, especially when they feel kind of out of nowhere. Yeah, website stuff and transition prep. I can't believe we're getting ready to transition March Caprice. Good for her. Or them? Them. Okay. Sweet, sorry for the last second notice. It's fine. That's why I was crying so much on election night, is because I got my period, yesterday-ish, more so today. But it's not like it wouldn't be a good, a perfectly reasonable thing to cry at anyway, though. It's just sometimes when it hits you so unexpectedly and so fully like that. And of course, I consider myself to be a trans woman because hey, being trans is you start at any point on the gender spectrum and you go to a different point on the gender spectrum, right? And being a woman, despite cis, right? Being a woman on birth control is that's HRT, you know what I mean? So I'm also trans. Despite not doing right, but my transition was starting at cis woman and then going to cis woman on E. Still trans, right? Because again, any point on the spectrum to another one. But yeah. But also, congrats on crying. It's so hard for people who don't have estrogen. Me. Yeah. Honestly, I feel like everyone should be required to do HRT just a little bit. Just a little bit, right? Yeah, you can get on it for like a week, and if you find out that like it's not for you, then you can get right off. All right. Congrats on HRT. Thank you. You know what? It's actually, since there was like a whole debacle of like the Supreme Court striking down Roe v. Wade. I think it was actually kind of a coincidence because the supplier for I just get my HRT, I get my birth control off of like an internet source, an online distributor, because it's cheaper that way than going to what is it, a gynecologist. You summoned me with that gif. So it's more about little goody two shoes and her red shoes. We could talk about Wicked if you want to, PJ, but thank you for coming in. Shout out to all the baseball players taking testosterone. Good for them. Yeah. If you're a cis man on tren, on testosterone, on steroids, steroids is testosterone most of the time. Especially like more of the lower ends of steroids, right? The steroids that aren't like the super big ones. The intense ones. Congratulations, Hernty, you're trans too. God, what was anybody talking about? I was emotional yesterday, so like I couldn't come in. And also, I think my internet was also kind of bad then. I think my internet hasn't been good because, sometimes the winds just come. Very much tying it in. Very much like the winds, the tornado that took Dorothy away. When the winds are here, my internet is just bad. Just horrendous, GTA got delayed, so all games are fucked. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Yeah. And well, speaking of games, there is bad news in the gaming space. Square Enix just laid off a lot of their international teams. I think it was mostly in the marketing divisions, because that's what most of their international crew is. Their international sites don't, well, although they do have, I think they have like an international one in Toronto or somewhere in Canada that does some game development stuff. But of course, like most Square Enix games are developed in Japan. So it's a lot of their marketing team that has been laid off recently. I think I went to like pull up a couple articles, see what the spells. Oh god. I mean, and also the gaming industry just being racked with so many layoffs. Well, all industry being racked with so many layoffs with so many. I hope it's not because of AI. Gosh dang darn dang it. I hope they're not laying off people because of AI. But this time last year they did a similar layoff. My friend who worked on the team was laid off and was part of the social team. Yeah. Okay, so it seems to be kind of routine while also still maybe being. We'll have to check some articles to see what exactly, if this is like bigger news, or maybe it's a little bit more hay being made out of a routine thing. But layoffs are never fun because it's how you keep yourself fed and housed. Bad news, Square Enix very much said because of AI. Fuck. Shit. Fuck. I believe HJO was recording for KH though. I don't care. I'm all in. Gonna crash out. I mean, it's a crash out is always entirely warranted. You know what I mean? Oh, and yeah, I've heard people. Did Haley Joel Osment? Did he post like a picture in a recording booth, or was he just talking about it? Talking about recording. Because I've seen people talk about it, but I haven't seen the actual like ground zero of the story. He posted a picture outside. He posted a picture outside of the recording booth. I see. So he could have just been walking by. Honestly. And you all are going, ah! Ooh! Is that a booth from the same place where they normally record KH? I know they have a typical studio. Even better, it is a drawing of a recording booth. Did I blend this out? Not that I have much nose contour anyway. Okay. And then I've just been in a Venetian rose, dusty rose blush mood lately, so that's what we're gonna go for. I said, ooh, I sent the picture to you. Thank you. Da 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 da. Hold on. Hold on. Bitch, he said back to work. It feels like no one wants to work nowadays. Okay. So what is this? Is this like an Instagram stories? I guess that would make sense why I haven't seen it then. Yeah, okay. So he is recording something. And he's back. It's good that he's employed. It's his gram. Okay. Yeah, so that makes sense why I haven't seen it. Robbie Damon was also doing mocap recording today. I choose to believe in Chocobros. KH4. Oh. This is automated. Chain, you stupid bitch. There is not going to be there's not going to be the FF15. Okay. Yes. So we will eventually, yeah. Oh, let him speak. Let him speak. Okay. But yeah, we'll have to dig in a little deeper into what exactly this bodes for Square Enix. Good snoring, Snelly. Oh, maybe I shouldn't. I feel like people often put blush so much more on the side of their face than I do, but I don't understand that because when I blush, it gets right here. So I'm trying to imitate the physiological phenomenon on my face with the makeup. So I would put it here, not like over here. But that could also change the look up a little bit. I don't know. But Peach, I don't care. I'm all gonna crash out. You know? Well, and like the entire industry of game production has been in upheaval for a very long time. I mean, every industry has, because, you know, we're in a pandemic that nobody wants to acknowledge, and, you know, people being sick more often means that they don't produce as much as they would have if they're not sick all of the time. That's why no industry has really bounced back since the beginning of the pandemic, and it's not going to get better. You know what I mean? I'm sick of this. I'm sick of this drought. Well, you're going to continue to be sick, Chain. No FF15. Star Wars is in, and it's coming out before summer 2027, and we're all gonna like it and have fun. Oh yeah. Wait, PJ's here. PJ is someone who I will force to, who will actually maybe appreciate some of my tarot readings. We could do a tarot reading about, actually 100% PJ. It will be a good time. You will sit down and like it. We could do more predictions about how this is affecting, how this is affecting everything. Oh my god. Oh, and also October ended, and all of the people who I watch, who was like asking the cards, like, hello, so when is he going to die? When is he going to die? They all said October, October, October. And you know what? Hello? It's November now, bitch. Where is it? Ugh. So, you know. They're coming back and saying, did you fucking see that guy collapsed at his healthcare press conference thing, and he just stood there? He had a healthcare fucking sociopath. I don't think he much is able to track what's going on. Absolutely outstanding. Just the dramatic irony of somebody collapsing at a healthcare press conference, though. Let me look that up real quick then. Is that man collapse in Oval Office? Okay, let's watch this. Hold on. I need to get... Sorry. I think they were talking about healthcare. I don't know. I wasn't there. Zoran getting elected means Cage portrayal this year. RFK books it. Fucking Dr. Oz. Doctor. Remember when somebody, because Elon Musk had just purchased Twitter and had like done away with like people not being able to impersonate people, someone impersonated Eli Lilly and said, "Hey, we're forgiven student loans," or something like that. And then the official company had to come out and say, no, we're not doing that. It's okay. And that lost them like billions of dollars in stocks by being... Have a good stream. Thank you, Vodka. Have a good day. Have a good night. Oh, there he goes. Oh. This is a health conference. Oh, it's a drug price. But close enough. He's such a... God, he just has like the iPad kid. He has permanent iPad kid scoliosis. I mean, hey, you know, what else are you gonna do? You know what I mean? Fucking Reagan hanging over here. Head, I hate it here. Wait, wait, hold on. I need to track RFK. He runs away from the action. Thank you, press. Thank you, press. Thank you, press. It tends to happen that way, doesn't it? Surprise, surprise. A psychopath doesn't care. And also, the guy in charge of the nation's health, runs away from a healthcare. Reagan. If I was president, though, I would also have a portrait of Reagan in my Oval Office. So I could throw things at it every day. Maybe, you know, spit on it. But maybe put it on the floor to take a dump. Mine would be attached to the dartboard. Yep. I don't know how to do darts, but I'd be throwing darts at it. Oh, also, other very important news, right? Dick Cheney died. We also went over that a little bit on Tuesday, because that's when it happened. Just to remind you, Dick Cheney is dead, right? Remember, if any time you're having a bad day over the next week, just remember that Dick Cheney's dead. You know, and that'll always just, you know. Henry Kissinger died too. Did that happen this year? God, we kind of are on a roll, you know what I mean? We could keep this momentum up along with the Zomentum. The only sad part about, like, all of these rich assholes dying is that, like, yeah, they are kind of old. I do think it also spells they were on their way out already. You know what I mean? And Dick Cheney had, like, he's been having heart problems for, like, fucking decades. Have had triple bypasses for. He has been, like, having triple bypasses for, like, the last half of a century. You know what I mean? Sometimes science goes too far. Dick Van Dyke outlived Dick Cheney. The superior Dick and the superior Cheney are crowned. Chane, you better work. Yeah. You are the superior Cheney. Even Liz has to bow down to you. Is the superior Cheney in the room with us right now? I'm running out of time. I'm running out of time. It's not too much. Da 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 da. Baby. Oi. After your optometrist appointment. Like a Great Lake, Miss Big. Ooh, Miss Big. And just like Lake Superior or Lake Erie, which one is it? Oh, fuck, I can't remember. But just like that, whatever Great Lake it is, Cheney never gives up her dead. Okay. Oh, God. Have I smudged? Swimming into victory. Everything's going along swimmingly. Okay. And because we've been having so many problems with our eyeshadow primer, I think I'm just gonna do something where it's like Superior is one of the top most west. Well, that must make it the most superior. She's the top. like Superior's going, me top. F35. All of my bottoms have unionized. So we're just gonna do a little bit of, I think we're gonna do like a little bit of eyeliner, maybe smudge it out a little bit with some eyeshadow. Keep it very like tight to the lines, and then we'll just focus on doing, I think we'll just focus on doing lips for today, because the eyeshadow primer has been such a battle for me lately. Not fun, not having a good time. All right, here, ready? Here's eye horror. Ooh, watch out, eye horror. Viewer discretion is advised. Actually, this needs a little, just a little bit of sharpening. I found my sharpener. It was in the drawer with all of the eyeshadows, right? So past me was thinking ahead, going, oh yes, this should go with all of the things that you use it on, right? See, just a little bit sharper. You don't want it to be too sharp though, because I'm using it for the waterline, so it's always nice to not be actually sharp while you're sticking things in your eye. Boy, my left hand is sore from all these knockouts. You got a 5-stream streak, Wally. What's the knockouts? Sorry, am I missing something? I feel like I always miss something. But welcome in. Eye horror, watch out, eye horror. Eye horror, we're doing eye horror, everybody. I said, ooh. Okay, so then we'll do just like a little bit of smudging. A little bit of smudging. Gosh, it's gotten so dark in here already. You know, when you start just a little bit later. By the way, I believe Dick Van Dyke may live to be 100 this year in December. Well, it depends. He might be a Sagittarius. Oh my god. I forget how cool it is. Just a little bit of eyeliner and smudging. Man, that is just like, that's such a cool look. Just nod to the country's recent small victories. Yeah. Heck yeah, Wally. That is true. We had of course, major gains, super big gains. We love to see them. Oh, we love to see them so much. They're calling it the biggest wave ever in the history of ever. And did you see like Trump conceding about like oh my god, he was just like really sad. Cause he was like he threatened to like if Mamdani wins, then I'm gonna start sanctioning New York. Oh, I horror, hold on. And then he got the results back, and he was like sad, and he was like, well, so I guess he won and nobody likes me. And I was like, yeah, duh. Like, what do you think, what do you do that you think makes you likable, Trump? I only hope that, like, of course, the people who, like... I've only listened to, like, a little bit of, Spamberger, who's in Virginia, and the Sealy? The new governor of New Jersey. I think the New Jersey one is a touch progressive. Not as familiar with that one, because I think the Virginia one, the Republican candidate was like super fucking anti-trans, was like unbelievably so. Just would not fucking shut up about trans people, and that was like the major crux of her campaign. And of course, Spamberger didn't fucking do anything against that. But I think Spamberger is definitely like she's a very middle of the road Democrat, but I think the Jersey one has slightly more slightly more like progressive promises that she made even just in her acceptance speech. I think she also like said something about making like public transportation more affordable and more reliable and freer and stuff. Right, which is important because Jersey is just right across the river from New York City, right? So I hope that a lot more politicians try to be more like Zoran, because he just is popular, right? His policies are popular policies. Everybody likes being able to afford things. You'll never go wrong with trying to tackle the affordability crisis. And of course, there's in quite a lot of one of my favorite people to track the goings-ons, specifically when it comes to trans issues, is Erin Reed. She is a trans woman and also a journalist who specifically covers a lot of trans issues around the country. She is from Montana. You might have heard that she married? Are they married? I think they married. I think she married a Wisconsin representative who was also a trans woman. Oh, fuck, I can't remember her name now, though. Ugh. Can't go wrong with someone. Can't go wrong with just a populist message, which is what leftism is. It's doing things for the people. And then we're just gonna smoke out this a little bit. I want to do like a little kind of pointy shape. Oh, I know her, know of her. Zoe. I can't remember the last, because they do have different last names. What is this woke shit? What are you doing? Not taking your wife's name. Once you're married. What is that woke shit, though? But Erin Reed does amazing coverage. about trans issues. And one of the points that she made over the last couple of days, as these elections have happened all over the country, is that quite a lot of school districts, particularly because school districts are kind of ground zero for a lot of these anti-trans bills, right? Because a lot of them do target trans athletes. And of course, it's never like trans athletes in major league sports. It's trans athletes for after school sports, which, I'm sorry, how the fuck could you ever possibly give a shit about? Let the children go play sports, go play a game with their friends. That's what's that's what's happening here. No, there's no like, oh, there's no like, you need what's the word I'm looking for? You need like sportsmanship in like these sports, right? Because sports is one of the only things that people think like you need to earn it. Your performance in sports is one of the only things that like people think you can't like cheat on. And they think that like having a little bit more testosterone in your body means that you're cheating, which like some people just naturally do. Sorry. Was Zoe the one who was removed from Congress? She was censured, yes. And she was also not allowed in on the floor for a very good period of time. The state legislature of Montana did censure her for a long time. And she was very powerful and fought back against a lot of the anti-trans bills that were coming out of Montana. And you know what? With her presence there, they haven't really come back, right? Because a lot of the times, trans people are so very rare. A lot of people don't even know one trans person. So, like, and that includes a lot of our lawmakers, right? So if some of them just, like, meet a trans person, if they are, in fact, one of their colleagues, maybe, they just find out that, oh, trans people are kind of just, like, normal people. And guess what? Those bills stop coming. Shout out to Zoe and Aaron. Yes, they do absolutely rock. They are cool as heck. And you know what? Because they're Montana people, right? They're out there. They're out there, right? In Montana, people are outnumbered by cows, right? Has beautiful countryside, and of course, like what Aaron like posts all of the time is some pictures of like their gorgeous weekend hikes up out there in the mountains. Oh my god, absolutely awesome. I do live near some mountains. I guess I could also go hiking on the weekends, but, you know. That would involve me leaving my babies and my sweeties because they are not socialized to go hiking. Let's see. Yes, we're very blended out there. That's nice. How long have we been at this? Oop, almost an hour. Didn't want to be spending this long on makeup, but you know, when do I ever? I am a slow person, and unfortunately, I have just had to learn to come to an acceptance about that. I don't do anything quick. That's just like my life. I don't edit videos quickly. I don't do my makeup quickly. I don't, I can lose time like a motherfucker. If you ever need me to, pace around my room and just lose half of an hour, hey, guess what? I'm your girl, alright? I could lose 28 minutes like nobody's business. No, Slowby's not for the win because we never get anything done. We're not going to... We're coming in last place. Ava, you know what? I am in support of the filibuster, alright? I've been filibusting in these bitches my whole life. You know what? Dropping a joke just to live in the silence of your own room. I think that's punishment enough. No, no, no. A childhood classic teaches us that slow and steady wins the race. Well, I'll let you know if I ever actually do win anything because of this slowness. I swam as a child. That was my sport that I wanted to do. Of course, because that's a sport that you only do for like 3 months out of the year. Right? And I was always the slowest person. Always, well, and that's how I knew that like the whole talk about like participation trophies was all absolute horse shit. Like, oh, millennials are so spoiled because they want, you know, like affordable housing. Because of all the participation trophies. Like, I got nothing but participation trophies, okay? I never won a single race ever. Participation trophies only made me sad. It's like I keep getting these stupid fucking participation trophies just because I'm just so bad at the sport. Okay, April, fellow chatters, hello, Coco Crisp, how you doing? ADHD means waking up early to get to work on time, only to start doing dishes and then become late for work anyway. Very real. Actually, you know what? I thought I gotta have the neurodivergence somewhere, right? Whatever it is. And there's a lot of overlap between ADHD and autism. I felt like for a long time I was leaning more towards autism, but you know what? I think I might have both. I think I might do both. It would make sense. Ava, we have determined that doing one row of eyeliner isn't sufficient participation. So we will not be giving you a trophy for that. Well, you know. Also, yeah, I only ever got upset from the participation trophies. They didn't make me more spoiled or anything. It was, I guess, just being born into a world that said, hey, you need to, like, be kind to other people, and I just did what you told me to do, I guess, more than you meant it. And then I think I want to bring a little bit of eyeliner into the inner corner. Should I do that? Is this gonna be sharp enough? Maybe. Millennials and their double dipping in mental illness. Damn, leave some of the neurodivergency for the rest of us, why don't ya? Hello, Nance. How are you doing? Let's see. Oh yeah, we're getting it. Oh. I'll be alright. And you? I am doing good. I'm a little had a breakdown before coming on stream. Again, I think it's mostly because of that period thing that's happening. And because I am such a very regulated person, right? I'm on birth control, so that's basically HRT. I just think like when my period does happen, I also have the birth control where you don't get your period every month. I get it every 4. So when it does happens, it always hits me like a ton of bricks. You know what I mean? And I'm never used to it. Never used to it. I never was though. Yeah, I'm fine. I think it really was the period thing that threw me out of whack. And like yeah, it always hits me as a surprise, and it always hits me like a ton of bricks. Which is crazy because like most of the time for the 3 months that I'm like not having my period, I forget that it even like exists. You know what I mean? Right? Like other women who like I talk to, and like other female YouTubers that I watch regularly, like who get their period all the time, who do talk about it much more often. I'm always like, wow, you get your period that often, girl? This seems like shit. Stop doing that. So yeah, love the not having it when I'm not having it, but the eventual having it is bad. All right, I'm gonna take a nap to hopefully get some rest before the meeting. See you in 1.55. I'll see you, Jane. Have a good one. A good nap. You gotta be well rested. Be well rested. Da 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 da. What else do we need? Oh, let's do lips now then. Come on. Might need to go get my brush and run it through the bangs so they look fluffier. Because when they start to look stringy is when they start to look dirty. Greasy. Ugh, and we've gone out of focus. Come on now. Come on back. Hello. What, do you not like the smudgy? Do you not like the smudgy eyes? Come on, camera. Come on, camera. It's okay, we'll wait. There we go. There she is. She's woken up. Just like every once in a while. Man. I like to imagine it's like I've punched my camera, and it's like they go to sleep, then it comes back. Like a scene in a movie. Okay. That's the lips prepped. And I think I just want to try to match the red that's on the sleeves, right? Because we got the sleeves going on. I think I want to do like a very, very deep, like oxblood ruby wine. I definitely want to do this lip gloss, and then a deep, deep red. Let's see, what colors do we have here? We got Hushberry, that's a little bit more purple. Evening Primrose, that's maybe even too pink, but we'll have to. Soft Sangria, ruby wine. Radiant Dawn, maybe? Red Divine. Radiant Dawn. I think maybe we'll have to test a swatch or two. Those are lip glosses. That's more of an orange. These are the nudes. Okay. Yeah. Let's see. Let's actually see. Hushberry, very purpley. Actually, let's take a look at what. So I think because the lip gloss is, oh, it's not coming out, is very berry-y. I think I'm gonna want to go more red for the lips so that it's not like too pinky purple with the lip gloss. Here's Red Divine. This is Radiant Dawn. That might be too bright. Yeah. Let's just go ahead and put you away. Chopped. Soft sangria. Pipicobana. I can, you know. Oh, that's coming off much more red. That's definitely a very, very berry. I would assume Ruby Wine and Soft Sangria are basically the same color. Evening Primrose. Yeah. That's very purple. Okay. Much pinker than Hushberry. Oh. Very close on camera. Very close on camera. Is this the Soft Sangria? Yeah. Yeah. It looks almost even brown on camera. It's very, very purple. That looks so bright. But it might pair nicely. The Red Divine might pair nicely with the gloss. Okay. Yeah, I think I would definitely want to go darker. So I'm just going to test them real quick. So this is the Soft Sangria Liquid Lip. Yeah. Here's the Red Divine Liquid Lip. Very red. And then here is the Ruby Wine Lip Gloss on top of... Should I wait for them to dry for a second, maybe? Top of both of them. Okay, yeah, that's definitely much more sheer. Okay. I don't have like an oxblood type of color, I guess. That's nice too. Those are all very purpley. I think I might actually go with Evening Primrose. This last one. Because it's darker than this red. Although the red would match. Nah. Yeah, I want to go with Evening Primrose. Huh. I've been hurt, injured. Oh, actually, it's fine. Oi. Evening primrose? That's what we decided, yes. Okay. Now we just need to get everything back into the proper cases. Dang, I thought I had so much, not having an oxblood lip color, and I have so many lip colors. I don't even know why I keep them all in the boxes. I just do. Alright, so let us begin. Of course, talking will be difficult while applying a lip product. So, let's see how it goes. Might need to just lock in for a little bit. I'm gonna take one sip, actually. Well, we're not gonna mess up anything. Never ending. Yes, we've been in silence, but it's working out. Fun, I think. Get one more layer on there. And then we'll get the gloss on there. Ah, that's nice and deep. The ad narrator sounded like you. Thought you were just really talking to Experion. Well, you know what? We're here for all of your Experion needs, you know what I mean? Wiping off the gloss, just so we don't muddle the colors in the tube. I've been watching a lot of, I guess, girlies who do sound a lot like me. Because my brother will come home and say, "Are you watching yourself on TV again?" And I'll be like, "No." I guess a lot of girlies just have started to sound the same, though. You know. We're all becoming one, just as Mother intended. But that's a nice deep vampy look, don't you think? Very glossy. Let's make sure we're not getting any on our teeth. And I think that's it. But since PJ is still here, and oh no, wait, sorry, we need to, before we get into doing tarot readings about like what's gonna go on, are we gonna get more Kingdom Hearts stuff? Because at least somebody might appreciate my tarot readings. But I'm going to take, it's in here, my big old bag, ASMR things, of perfume. We always like to close out the makeup doing portion of the broadcast with perfume. I, of course, prefer perfume oil because it's not as stripping and doesn't give you wrinkles. And this is the Bruja Perfume Labs. Is where I have gotten today's oil from. Pretty sure it's the I wanted to do the moon one. Yes. No, man, they don't have a picture of this. That's stinky. But the moon. Here's this. Here is my moon sample vial. Nice and blue. This smells of powdery iris, violet, metallic and icy. Wanted to do the moon one for the full moon that technically was the fullest last night. But, you know, as with any full moon, you do want to do all of your full moon rituals. And for all of your full moon needs, they can be done within 3 days, either end of the full moon, right? Which is great that election night happened on a full moon, because it was a culmination, right? A victory for many people. It does, and this is very powdery. It feels kind of, it smells kind of just fresh. You know what I mean? What's this? What's this other thing? Is that the metal that I'm smelling? Metal means blood. Metal means blood. Yeah. Icy. It does smell a little bit icy. I don't know how exactly the moon shines down. It sure do. And because it is oil, you don't have to worry about the delicate skin of your décolletage as you are applying it here. Because it shan't give you any wrinkles. Oh, this is fun though. With the light of the computer, it's making me very pale. With the deep red lip, very much my style inspiration, which is, Vampirella. Right? It's Vampirella. Yeah, Vampirella. The comic book character that's famous for having like one of the least clothing pieces of clothing out there. She's very cute. I need to actually read things about her. But like I saw her have bangs like 2 years ago and I was like, I kind of want that to be me. Vampirella. Let me show you guys. Because isn't she just cool? She's just cool. This is who I want to be. I want to be in a graveyard right now, actually. What do you think? Do I look like her? In the cheesy like 80s movie? Not even close. Wait, like those are like briefs. You're not even getting close to what she's wearing. She's the vampire superhero. How does that not sound cool to you? That's who I want to be anyway. But I have to go pee. So I shall be right back. That's mostly it. I just need to pee. All right, chat. We have successfully made our deposit of our period blood for the hour. We've sacrificed it to the moon. There she goes. They took my goddamn blood. And, PJ, are you still in here? Do you want to do... Would you want to help me do tarot? Ah, three of swords. You might be heartbroken by the the results. About like what's going on with KH trailer. You got a red hand towel to complete the look. Has the girl had her blood yet? Well, I should hope so. We're sacrificing her tonight. Thank you for shaking. Oh, Stella, the whole. It's just Stella scratching up against the table. Hi. Was that a big itch? What you got? Okay. Oh, that's what it is. I felt like this has been such a silent stream because I haven't had my earbud in at all. I've been showing you all music that I haven't been privy to. Hold on. That's fun. Oh, we've been doing this the whole time? I had not known. Alright. Let's do a little bit about, like, what's KH4 doing? Or actually, let's cover for real what's, like, happening. The Square Enix layoffs. Let's actually start with that. Anybody know? Is the Video Games Chronicle or IGN? Ooh. Let's go with the Variety. Here we are. Here is Variety. Square Enix makes layoffs as part of Restructuring Global Games Publishing Group by Todd Spangler. Square Enix, the Japanese video game industry giant behind mega hit Final Fantasy. Mega hit Final Fantasy, not the mega hit Final Fantasy series? Among other titles, is laying off an unknown number of employees in its North America and European publishing operations as it looks to streamline the business. The company made the disclosure in a presentation Thursday to investors as part of releasing its earnings for the 6-month period ending September 30th, 2025. In the current fiscal year, a fundamental restructuring of the overseas publishing organization is being implemented with the aim of further strengthening global publishing capabilities and improving operational efficiency. How? How do you do that by laying off more people? What are you talking about? Square Enix said in the presentation. Square Enix expects an annual cost savings of over 3 billion yen. Oh, and there's the author of this this article. Expects an annual cost saving of over 3 billion yen, currently $19.6 million from the restructuring. Okay, so they're doing it. They're laying off more people to widen their profits, as always. The reorganization will involve consolidating the HD Games publishing organization from 11 divisions to 4, according to the presentation. So that will be a lot of people who are now going to be like working overtime to make this happen, and of course it's just to make the profit margins wider. Here we are, folks. This is what late stage capitalism is. The company declined to say how many employees are being let go. In a statement to Bloomberg, a Square Enix rep said, "We are organizing our operations in North America and Europe to strengthen our development structure and to drive a globally integrated market strategy." So this is a word salad that means nothing. It's just we're laying off more people because we want to. Adding that the layoffs represented an extremely difficult decision that will best position the group's long-term growth. For the first 6 months of 2025, Tokyo-based Square Enix reported a revenue of $875 million, down 15% year over year, and net income of 10 billion yen, which is 66. Wait. A decline. Okay, that's a lot of numbers. What do they say? Okay, so they want to save 19.6 billion when they already have a profit of, or a revenue of 875. Sure. Yeah. Cool. Makes a lot of sense. Oh, she is moisturized. Look at her. Square Enix develops, publishes, distributes, and licenses Square Enix and Taito branded entertainment content throughout the Americas. The company's portfolio of intellectual property includes the Final Fantasy franchise, which has sold more than 204 million units worldwide, Dragon Quest, 95 million units, and the iconic arcade game Space Invaders. Yeah. So if you know anybody who's been laid off by the layoffs, give them their best. It seems like every day more and more people don't have a job, which absolutely sucks. Especially in an industry that, games is what we're all here to do, right? It's never fun to see these layoffs happen, whether they be more routine, like possibly it seems to be like a real restructuring thing. It seems to be more of a one-off thing, not actually all that routine. But yeah, everybody's downsizing. Everybody's trying to squeeze out as much work for as little pay as possible. And it sucks. It's not even particularly like Square Enix's fault, right? Because this is happening everywhere. This is what late stage capitalism is. But like, at some point you would wish that like one of these companies would just be like people for once. You know what I mean? Like, it's just why? But okay, but you need to make your profit margins wider. But why? Why? Right? Like, wouldn't it be better? Wouldn't also another measure of success be, like how nice it is to work for you? How much of your money you give back to your employees, and like what artistic merit their output actually has, and how, by giving back to your employees, the better that product is going to be, right? It's making everything shittier, and no one can afford even the shitty things anymore. So this is just yet another example of one of those. Hopefully we can come together as a community to help, like spread the resumes of people who got laid off, who maybe can find another job, which is looking like that's just the thing, is that like the industries all over the place are shrinking so much. It's like there is no place for people to find a job. When these layoffs happen, there's no one else who is like there to pick them all up. And it's just all like so extremely sad. But, with with Zoran, with this big anti-Trump raid, this big anti-Republican wave that we're hopefully at the beginning of, and it'll continue more, we can pull back on a little bit of this stuff, because it sucks. We need to not be in capitalism anymore. Hot take, no more capitalism. Hot take, no more capitalism. But can I force tarot on you? Open your mouth. Mommy wants tarot. Mommy wants tarot. Card shuffling stuff. Card shuffling things. can't get too much into it because I do flip the cards, bitch. I do want to actually play a little bit of Goody. Oh. When did Chain leave? Was that? Was that half of an hour ago already? I'll play, I'm definitely gonna play a little bit of Goody. Because, you know, that's the only thing that's keeping the Halloween spirit alive. And we can't be playing Goody, like, into Thanksgiving. But so we'll have to finish the game at some point. But we'll play a little bit tonight before we start our super secret March Caprice meeting that we have today. And because we're going to be asking the cards, Kingdom Cards Classic Edition. Let's pull these out. Maybe we can get some special messages specifically about Kingdom Hearts from this deck. This is also my favorite deck to play solitaire with. Alright, so Cardi Cards. Can we get some messages for you tonight? We have, if you could give us any messages about like what has the restructuring, if that has anything to do with Kingdom Hearts of Square Enix. Very sad. Almost don't want to even really talk about that too much because that's like real world shit, right? Not any of this stupid shit. Can we also get any messages about the KH4 trailer? When is it going to happen? I still made a big prediction a couple months ago. I think that prediction is still good for another 2 months or so, if it happens. And about Haley Joel Osment's picture about the recording. Was that about Kingdom Hearts? Can you let us know? Oh. Death in reverse. It's not coming soon. We will not be out of this phase, this era of no news for a long time. But when it does happen, the good things, you will like it. It'll come out and you will like it. Maybe you need to go find other interests. In the meanwhile... Ooh, 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 ooh. One card, please. One more card, please. You reap what you sow. Your cards are a bully. I'm not. You've put these boundaries around yourself. You don't need a Kingdom Hearts trailer to feel happy. You reap what you sow. Something about, like, the more you ignore it, the closer it'll be. You're trying to watch paint dry. You're trying to watch grass grow. You need to just walk away from it for a second, and then it'll come much faster. Anything about the trailer itself, though? Queen of Pentacles. I feel like this might be, like, a Disney character that does show up in it. Who could the Queen of Pentacles be? Is there a person in the Peacock canon that has peacocks around them? Right? Like, I know that Hera, the actual Greek goddess Hera, has peacocks being your symbol, and Hera didn't show up in KH3. So are we thinking that, like, the Disney Hera is gonna show up? Who could the Queen of Pentacles also be? Ace of Swords. A new Keyblade will be displayed. It'll be a cool one. Minnie Mouse. Yes, Minnie is quite rich. It could be Minnie Mouse. I feel like it's another Disney character, though. Who could this maybe represent? Oh, it could be Daisy. Because she has her tail feathers. Daisy Duck, Minnie Mouse appearing in the Kingdom Hearts 4 trailer. The Hermit. Maybe Yin Sid will also appear. Wise old man, especially with a beard. And Justice. Yeah. Anna? Oh. Mm-hmm. Wheel of Fortune. You're definitely gonna like it. You're gonna like it when it happens. Anna was like the Queen of Arendelle by the end of Frozen 2, right? Spoilers, I guess. But they wouldn't be showing like the end of that world, the end of that movie already. Unless they were really going to do like, oh, like we did Frozen and now we're going to do, especially because Frozen, I have to imagine, is like going to be in the series for the long haul. You know what I mean? Like it's the oh, maybe is the Justice about Subject X? Because she's a dark-haired woman with blindfold. Right? So Justice could be about Subject X making an appearance in the trailer. That would be hella cool, I think. But yeah, I would have to imagine that Frozen is going to be in the series for the long hauls, right? So, and there's so much Frozen material, right? There was the special when they did like their springtime outfits. What was that, Frozen Forever or something? Those outfits also make like an appearance at the end of all of the Frozen rides that have been made so far. So like they could, right? There's that, and then there's Frozen 2, and then there's whatever like other Frozen things that are going to be coming out. Oh, and then there was the Christmas special too that came out even before Frozen 2. So I would have to feel like if Frozen is going to appear again, it would probably even be one of those specials or the beginning of Frozen 2, right? Not the end of it, when Anna's the Queen of Arendelle. Wouldn't they though? Remember the final battle trailer? I mean, I guess they could, but like for the first trailer at least, they would very much want to show more of the world itself and like build hype, I guess, from that. Yeah. Again, every sign pointing to it's going to be great. You're going to like it. Anything about... Will there maybe be a KH character that will appear in this trailer that you want to give us? And do you maybe want to tell us when exactly this trailer will come? And, Ventus making an appearance. He also, when I threw him down, he landed over the Ace of Swords. So maybe he will be wielding a new Keyblade. What is the one that he does wield in Union Cross? Yeah, I know that's not a new Keyblade, but maybe it'll be like the one with the broken heart. 2. So I think maybe 2 more months. 2 more months until we get it. I'm feeling, what would spades be? Not 2 days. Couldn't possibly be 2 days. But Ven wielding 2 to 3 months, maybe. Riku on the bottom of the deck. Maybe there's Riku could symbolize darkness and his, his own battle with the darkness. So maybe Ven. It's revealed in the trailer that Ven goes back to wielding that heart destruction Keyblade, and he's battling his darkness once again. Vanitas didn't show up though. He didn't, and he is in this deck, so it might not. Vanitas might not make an appearance. It might be actually Ven fighting some of those Union Cross darknesses. Yeah. Spades. What are the decks? Spades, diamonds, clubs. What would spades be? I feel like it's gotta be spades, swords, clubs, hearts, diamonds. 2 to 3 days seems way too close. So I would say maybe 2 to 3 months. But it'll be new in this style of game, that's for sure. The Keyblade was only in the mobile before. Correct. Yeah. Justice. Also, balance with the Justice cards. You're gonna get what you deserve. That was all. It's also right under the Judgment card, right? So Judgment, Justice, very much about like reaping what you sow, getting what you deserve. If you're just patient and you go off in your hermit mode to go enjoy other things, you will enjoy the fruitful abundance that they give to you. And even though this era isn't ending, you're going to be rolling in it soon, right? This KH drought will be very fulfilling once it does end. But it's not ending. Stop being impatient. And that's what the cards say. 2 to 3 months. That's Pete putting the spandex back on. He's sucking it in. But that's what the cards have to say. Nothing really about Haley Joel Osment's recording stuff. Yeah. So that was things seem to also be like on track when it comes to development. Right? We got good, it's slow moving energy, sure, or that's what it feels like to us. But they are off in their hermit mode, becoming the masters that they, are. It'll be a masterwork. Don't worry about it. That's what the cards have to say. And does anybody want any more readings before Mummy puts the cards away? Anything else you want clarity on? Specifically about KH? Not specifically about KH? Doesn't have to be. Yes. Okay. What do you want then? Will we ever get Missing Link? Ah, okay. Hi, Wiley. Is it Wiley? Wiley Griffin. Hello. How's it going? We're doing tarot readings about Kingdom Hearts. Focus. Will we ever get Missing Link? Will we ever get Missing Link? Yep, you got the pronunciation right. Awesome. Welcome in. If I could just get this to focus while also shuffling at the same time. Mummy would love you to focus on me. Will we ever get Missing Link? No, that's too many cards at once. Too many cards. Can I please just get one card at first about if we will ever get Missing Link? 6 of Cups. Promising. promising. We might get Missing Link in some form or another. The Magician, also very promising. The World, also very promising. The Fool, also very promising. Yes, we will get Missing Link in some way, shape, or form. It will be kind of like a gift from out of nowhere. However, right? Six of Cups, nostalgia. Very nostalgic. They've alchemized this end product into a new journey, right? So definitely we will get Missing Link, but maybe not in the way that we had expected it to be at first, right? It was canceled, right? So it's not going to be the kind of Pokemon Go derivative that they sold it as, but maybe it will be recycled into something else, some other part of another game. I mean, right, they did have it very far into production. Three of Cups. It's a party. No. Not an MMO. Not an MMO, you think? Right? If they just said, you know, like, fuck the mobile aspect of it. I mean, Final Fantasy XIV is very lucrative, no? What? Honestly, I was interested in Missing Link, but I wasn't thrilled about the GPS thing since I don't like to keep my location on unless I'm traveling and need it personally. Yes, that was another part of it, is that they are just doing that to sell your data, right? Ooh. Okay. Actually, this is a lot that came out, but like, they did plant the seeds, right? They had all that work done. There's a lot of possibilities that they could take it in. A world of fruitful abundance. The Wheel of Fortune is turning. It kind of seems to be coming back, but Knight of Pentacles might be very long until we see it again, right? They're making bold steps in this, maybe turning it into an MMORPG. We will definitely see it again, but it could be a very long time until we do. And I think they kind of broke these chains, right? They broke this bond of, we were about to say that, like, the GPS part of it is just about stealing data, and nobody really wants to play that kind of game, right? Nobody really wants to, especially play like mobile games anymore. I think we're very done with that as a society. So maybe by turning it into this MMO, that will take some time. We are definitely going to see it in a new era. That new era is a bit away. They're putting a lot, because they've put so much hard work into it, they do definitely want to recycle it into some other thing. Right? And I think they're weighing all of those possibilities right now. I think they will eventually lead. They'll eventually put it towards an entirely new restructuring. So long and short is that we will see Missing Link again, but definitely in a way that you do not expect it to be. Right? When they finally do announce that it's coming back, it'll be just out of the blue, right? Congratulations, Missing Linkers. If you will eventually find your link. Maybe not in the way that you expected, but I think you're also gonna like it a lot better. Or at least I would be a lot more excited to like play Kingdom Hearts MMO. Playable Kyrie? Playable Kyrie, here we go, okay. I would definitely be much more interested in an Missing Link as an MMO than like a GPS style app game. For sure. So I hope they do eventually come to like that kind of decision. However, we do see Missing Link again. When will playable Kyrie happen? Can you tell me? I want a Kyrie game and or a Kyrie campaign and a KH game. Also a Destiny Trio game. Fuck! Fuck! Six of Swords in reverse. We're not building this bridge. No, people will stop fighting about it though. Soon. A playable Kyrie game? Nomura, I think. Yeah. It's not looking good with the Six of Swords in reverse. Or actually, does this want to be in reverse or does it want to be upright? It wants to be in reverse. Damn it. So we're not moving forward. We're not making this transition into a time when Kyrie can be playable. Five of Cups in reverse. And the Sun. These are all very... These are all very seemingly conflicting cards, right? So actually... So the Sun and the... Is this the Seven? The Sun and the Seven of Wands in reverse makes me think... Yeah, right? We won't be like arguing with the Kyrie haters so much because we'll get our chance in the Sun to shine. But then the Six of Swords, it's also not moving. We're not moving into an era of like Kyrie having her own game. But we'll be able to, with the Five of Cups, we'll be able to look at some part of the glass half full. I guess this is, yeah, kind of like Wiley said, it might just be a Kyrie campaign, not a full game, but a campaign. An Aqua game, maybe Kyrie will be in our party as a member in the... Yeah. I guess the hypothetical Kyrie game concept made a video on will remain as a hypothetical in a concept, I guess. Yeah. Yeah, I'm thinking more of Kyrie is still playable, because of course she was playable in Remind, right? So she has a build out. But like if she does have a if she does have a game, it might not be, yeah. It won't. She'll be one of 3 playable characters in a game. Like a Birth by Sleep Part 2. Very, very happy, though. It'll make people very, very happy. Or at least me. At least Kyrie fans will be very, very happy. Is this going to be like a Birth by Sleep Part 2 with Kyrie being one of the many playable characters in it? The world. Okay. 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 So a Birth by Sleep Part 2, the sun comes out again. A Birth by Sleep Part 2 with 3 playable characters, one of them being Kyrie. The Four of Wands, it'll feel like coming home. Oh my god, it'll be so nostalgic. Birth by Sleep players, Birth by Sleep lovers rise up, but I'm also getting a feeling of Kingdom Hearts 1 specifically, the Destiny Islands portion of KH1, so very, very nostalgic. The seeds have been planted for this. So yes. Okay. Okay, 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 okay. Okay, 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 okay. And then the Seven of Wands upright. Right? Okay, so the Seven of Wands in reverse, this is about like the fandom and this is about canon in-game stuff. So she is fighting a lot of people in the game, but like people in the real world won't be as shitty as they have been. right? We'll be riding too high and being too happy to care about the haters, right? The Kyrie haters. Suck my dick. On that topic, are they ever going to revisit the other planned campaigns from the OG Birth by Sleep, a fragmentary passage idea, including whatever Kyrie is doing? Oh, yes, that could be what the game is about. Six of Swords again in reverse. Yes, actually, yes. So Six of Swords in reverse. Nomura is not letting go of those old ideas that he had. It's going to be very fruitful, very cool, very cool. Yes, so Wiley, I think you're onto something. You're onto something. It is going to be a Birth by Sleep-esque game that explore fragmentary passages, ideas, specifically about Kyrie, like trying to find something in the old mansion and stuff. Let's see one more piece of confirmation though. So Kyrie's game, which will be a Birth by Sleep type game, Kyrie's going to be playable in it, yes. He did hold on to verses 13 for this long, right? He never lets go. He never lets go. He has an ironclad grip. Who will be playable in this Birth by Sleep Part 2 game? Anti-Sora. Okay. Who will be playable in this Birth by Sleep Part 2 game? Three people. Okay. Can I get more specific about these 3 people? Can you give me who it will be? Come on. You gotta give me Kyrie too. You said this was a Birth by Sleep Kyrie game, with Kyrie being one of the 3. Give me the 3. Riku. And if you don't give me Kyrie in this, come on, you gotta give me Kyrie, come on. A game with Sonic Heroes-esque campaigns centering on multiple trios. That could be fun as heck too. Come on. Show me Kyrie. You gotta show me Kyrie now. You gotta show me Kyrie now. 9 of diamonds. Okay, not a face card, not a face card. I'm gonna keep drawing until I find one of the face cards, because that's the actual characters. So if it's Kyrie, Kyrie's gotta come out. Last but not least, come on. Kyrie's gotta come out in her Kyrie game that is the Birth by Sleep one. Is this going to be a Destiny Trio Birth by Sleep game? Come on. Where is she? You gotta come. You gotta give her up. Give her up! Unversed in reverse. Was Vanitas maybe a background character? Because Vanitas is again in here. I need Kyrie. Give me Kyrie. Who will be playable in this Birth by Sleep Part 2 game? I'm also with like the anti-Sora coming out, right? That might be because, like, you know, the quadratum of it all. It could be that, like, yeah, Sora is playable, but not in the way that we expected, right? Like maybe like the Riku and Kyrie part of this Birth by Sleep Part 2 game is more of like a traditional play style, but Sora being in quadratum, right, being on the other side, another realm. Okay. Roxas and Terra and Vanitas. It is finally Kyrie comes out. I'll take it. You know, that confirms it, even though she didn't actually come out by herself. But Roxas and Vanitas and Terra, like, yeah, I guess it could be like all trios are playable in some way, shape, or form. With maybe the Destiny trio being the main game? Is this gonna... Oh, 9 of diamonds. Trios, duh. Duh, 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 duh. Yeah. Yeah, so it could be that it's Riku and Kairi plus Sora in a way that we don't really... That's not like the traditional KH play style, right? Maybe he just has like a building sim part, right? Where he just like decorates his apartment all day and just goes to work. But is this like Birth by Sleep Part 2 game going to be KH4? Yes or no? Okay, no. Is it going to be the next game after KH4? Okay, first, is this Birth by Sleep Part 2 game KH4? This Birth by Sleep. 10 of Pentacles. A culmination. King of Pentacles also. Is this Birth by Sleep trio going to be KH4? I'm not seeing any 4s in this, so no. The game after KH4 is the Birth by Sleep, or is the Birth by Sleep Part 2 Destiny trio game. KH4 DLC seasonal patches. Yeah, kind of. Birth by Sleep Part 2, KH4 Remind. I need an easier card to interpret. Is this Birth by Sleep? No. Okay, no. It'll be the second game after. Could be seasonal as much as 10 seasonal patches of a DLC. Yeah, because it could be like kind of money hungry kind of thing where, you know, they just keep turning them out. Kairi should get to meet the other Princesses of Heart. That's true. Absolutely. So it'll be the second thing after KH4 is this Birth by Sleep Part 2. With the Destiny trio being at least the main playable characters. And they'll be sitting pretty on top of all of the money that they're going to make from this DLC / seasonal pass thing that will have. But of course, like, Sora is going to be playable in a way that is different somehow. Yes, yes. And then, unless anybody has any more, I did want to play Goody because we do need to finish up Goody, but my March Caprice meeting is starting in like 10-ish minutes. So, unless anybody has any questions, we'll play Goody for like 10 minutes. But of course, I do love doing tarot readings, so it wouldn't be a bad thing if all we did was put on makeup and do tarot readings, because that's what girls do, you know. Right? And shouldn't it? I also want, like, so there's like the new Princesses of Heart and all that. I even want Kairi to go meet like the older Princesses of Heart, like, because like, what is Jasmine up to now that she's no longer a Princess of Heart? What is it like to give it up? Can you ask about getting me a job? Sure. Just to see what it's like. What is it like to give up your princess as a heart power? And what was did you like talk to God? How did you give up that power? How did you even know that that was a thing that you could give up? You know what I mean? Did God say to you, Jasmine, you need to not be a princess of heart anymore? Stop doing that. Give it to Elsa from Frozen. PJ getting a job. Cards, can you please tell me about how PJ can get a job? Where, what industry he should try to go look for? Or what area he should be looking for and when this will happen. PJ getting a job, please. King of Pentacles. It'll be a job that you're very successful in. Where should he be going for this new job? Queen of... Queen... Oh, you're a king and a queen. You're non-binary. A job that's about more public things. Very public things. That's the Six of Wands here. In publishing. Nine of Pentacles. Still thinking about that. Ruminating. That's the thing about tarot readings is sometimes they need to ruminate for a bit. Seven of Cups. Multiple possibilities. I also think this is 7 months. Right? Is that... Yeah, that's my breakdown. 7 months. Ooh, that's kind of a long time. But 7 months? Three of Wands again. That's from the old reading, I think. Nine of Pentacles. Right, public relations, right? Know that you do organize talent, so yes, very much in that vein. Yeah, you're in the right industry, so the cards say. 7 months. 7 months, big opportunity coming. 7 months, big opportunity. Something that you can gloat about. What else? You won't have to work so hard to find it once it comes. Throws everything. That's so long. I know it's so long. God, Jesus. Girl, I'm on unemployment. How long is that gonna last? It would be so funny if Jasmine is the first XPOH Kyrie meets and she's wondering how having darkness in her heart is treating her, and she drops in the middle of the Aladdin series episode where Jasmine's memory was erased and she was molded by Abby Small into a vicious criminal. Yeah. Right? I think that was at some point I was reading the... Yeah, she has a supreme darkness in her. She just loves doing crime for crime reasons. But, like, what else can we get for PJ and employment? What about this Nine of Pentacles, first and foremost? Our cards are really a bully. Stop crying over spilled milk. You gotta look for the glass being half full still. Ace of Pentacles. When it does happen, it'll be very fruitful. But we need to know about what... We need to know more about how to get that to happen. Did I see... I think I saw... What is that? Is that the... One of the swords? I had flipped over a little bit. Hold on. Where are you? Where are you? Alright, let's keep shuffling. Anything else about PJ's employment? Page of Pentacles in reverse. It won't come from someone who's younger than you. It'll be someone who's been in your industry for a long time, who is coming to... The boss will be established. The newer boss that you get... Putting that one away. We're not accepting that one. No, give me 2 cards. Give me 1 card. The Empress. We have so much more of this message though. Ah, here we go. The 7 of Swords. This had come up. No, you don't want to know what it was. You don't want to know, and I didn't accept it. I changed your future. That's fine. The 7 of Swords. You're leaving something unturned. Some rock has been left unturned. In your pursuit of, right, just keeping your head down and doing your work, you've left something behind, some communication with a person who is in your industry that you are not... Yeah, some communication with a person in your industry that might be this new boss that could give you a new lead or a new job. Yeah. Maybe it's even 2 people. A man and a woman who might be your new boss. So, some like 2 rich people, maybe even 2 like a rich couple, whomst are married, that you haven't been in communication with. You think that maybe they're not somebody that you should contact about a job, but they are actually. Does this help or does it not? Knight of Wands on the back of the deck. You gotta keep that fire alive. You gotta pursue it with gusto. I don't know anybody married. Yeah. But I will think about it. Yeah, I think maybe particularly through the woman, particularly through the wife, some project that you had worked on before. And apparently it'll take 7 months. Sorry. Everybody needs money right now, right? That's kind of been the only thing kind of getting me through, like, my own money troubles. Because everybody has money troubles. There's nobody who's doing good right now. Is that, like, that is kind of the solidarity. Is that no one, literally no one is doing good right now. Yeah. Well, if anybody else has any questions they would like to ask, I'll just be in here until my meeting starts, you know. Or are we doing 7 or are we doing 7:30? You don't know? You don't know? Be late, miss it. Oop. Okay. Yeah, I think we're starting a bounce now, but I can squeeze one in real quick if nobody... Did Mommy wants to force feed you the tarot. Mommy wants to force feed you the tarot. Uh-oh. Some of my neighbors are yelling. Uh-oh. Earthquake? I don't want to. Don't want to be, you know. Like, I want everything to be okay. But, I feel like maybe it's the lip gloss that makes, I don't know if you can tell, but like, it's getting all into the, little lines around the lip. It still looks good on camera. I really do like this lip. Everybody loves a dark lip. You know? Because a dark lip is for harlots. And who doesn't like a good whore? I don't know if his neighbors actually were yelling. He could just be saying that to get out of Mummy's tarot reading. But, yeah, I will have to be getting into my... I don't want to say goodbye, though, but I do have to get into my meeting. But... let me go over here. Nobody's gone into it yet. But, we definitely will be... we definitely have to get trucking on Goody because we do have to finish that before Thanksgiving. That's my goal, right? Thank you so much for coming in, Wally. Well, I love putting on makeup and doing tarot readings. Maybe that's my brand, you know? Maybe that's what Twitch needs. Actually, is just one person who does tarot readings in a full face of makeup every day. You know? Yeah. Let me see. I think it was a successful makeup look, despite us not having eyeshadow primer, which we need to just not, I need to buy, I need to buy some more, but oh my god, everything is so fucking expensive. Fuck. I was just complaining about it to my mom, and she just did not want to listen about it. She was like, you can buy drugstore stuff. You can buy drugstore stuff. And I go, but yeah, not if you want it to actually work. And especially since I've been, you know, like struggling with products that don't work. I've found, the thing is, scrolling on TikTok has introduced me to so many cool ass makeup brands. And makeup brands are always the easiest. Makeup is some of the easiest thing to buy, like from smaller shops for, because it's usually like people who have like a makeup brand who like just sell it out of their garage, right? Micro companies that are doing some of the coolest things with makeup, right? Because then if you're a micro makeup brand, you can like have your pigmentation, the formula of your thing. Because I guess like makeup is just all made out of like the same bases of stuff, right? It's either water or silicone or a lot of materials that are very easy to get your hands on nowadays. So like most people who do run these micro companies are able to get a hold of the base ingredients very easily. And they're always like, right, it's usually goth girlies, right, hey, who do these makeup brands that are very specific, right? And they can do them with like much more pigmentation because they don't have to, they're not in the business of, right, being a huge brand that wants to, like, say instance, like, water down their formulas so that they can just sell more product, because that will keep you coming back and moving more units, right? And they also, like, are going after more eclectic color stories and have more of a particular style that you wouldn't get from, like, all of the multiple nude palettes that every other brand puts out, because they have to appeal to, the lowest common denominator of buyer, which is, a person who just wants yet another beige. So, like, I have all of the brands that I've picked out that I want to go buy from, but, that does mean that I need to put the money down for them. But that will be it for today. After that one last rant, let's see if is anybody else. Nobody else is live. Oh my goodness. Thursday is my day, baby. It's only from Mummies and her one little makeup look and her tarot cards. But thank you so much for tuning in. I will see you all later. We'll be back next week. I need to stream more often, and we're going to do Goody soon. All right? But I will see you all next week, and I hope you have a good time, because we're keeping the Halloween spirit alive here. You see this? This is the Halloween spirit, baby. We got it here today. Just to show off the sleeve. Can I feature the sleeve one last time? Here's the sleeve. It's an old shirt too, so a lot of the fringe is very ratty. But you know what? I think that adds to the aesthetic of, Witch in the Woods, who's also like a little bit sexy and showing a little bit of shoulder. But anyway, yes, for real, we are ending. And thank you so much for coming in. We'll be around. Sleeve is cool. Thank you so much for tuning in, Wiley. Thank you so much for your first stream. It was at least your first time commenting, and it was lovely to have you. You had a lot of great points about Kyrie and stuff. So, I will see you all later. And gosh dang, congrats to Zoran, right? The future is looking bright. We're in a bad place, but it's looking bright. Right? Peace. I'll see ya. Actually, peace. I'll see ya. Bye-bye.